Yeah, Octavia and Lincoln are constantly making immense sacrifices for one another, and sometimes these sacrifices get so extreme where nothing can stand in the way of their love, and they're willing to take the lives of others in order to protect the ones closest to Octavia and do what's best for her people, and really try to help form this alliance that they've been fighting for, which is peace.
When it comes to sort of loyalties, how much loyalty do you think she feels to the 100, given how little connection she had to them before this, versus Lincoln, who's sort of been tangibly helping her out much more than any of the rest of them?
Yeah, I think she definitely holds a grudge against her own people, because her own people have just always given her such a crappy hand of cards her entire life, from either being the second child, having to be hidden under the floor, to being exposed and thrown straight in jail. So there's a lot of animosity that lies there. And then she meets Lincoln, who is trying to protect her as a perfect stranger and showing her really what love is for the first time ever. And the only other person that's really ever done that for Octavia was her brother Bellamy. So Lincoln's always been there for her, and she'll do whatever it takes to repay that courtesy, even if it has to be with her own life, or sacrifice the loyalty that lies with her and her people.
Octavia is obviously not there for the arrival of the adults in those first episodes. You maybe tease what she might make of it when she does find her there, because, as you said, she doesn't have a lot of reasons to love these people.
Yeah, it's kind of a trip for everybody once the adult generation.
Right.
It's so funny to call them the adults, because we're technically adults too, but we all do it. We're like, oh, it's the adult show and then the kids show. But yeah, when they come down and they start trying to order us around and maintain that same order that was up on the ark on the ground, they don't even know what they're in for. They don't know the danger that lies within the grounders, or what lies in Mount Weather. So I think it's time for the adult generation to really let our voices be heard and take us more seriously, because we actually have a lot of good information that can help with the good of survival of our people. And just maybe tell them to, maybe or not, tell them to refuse their instincts on what they think is right, because we got here first. We kind of know how this has been going and what dangers lie on the other sides of our gates, and they'll get what's coming, and they'll learn the hard way too. You'll see a lot of that in season 2.
Let's talk about Octavia learning the Grounder language and how hard it is to speak.
Yeah, it's an amazing language. Very difficult and challenging to learn, but it's really fun. I've never played a role like this before, where I can speak in it, and a different language has been created. Bless you, just for our show, which is pretty cool.
Can you say something for us now in that language?
Sure, yeah. Elec Octavia come Sky Crew and a Gathbo to clean. That means I am Octavia of the Sky People, and I come in peace. It's again Octavia trying to fit in and communicate with these people to just show, or to prove to them that that's what she's constantly trying to do. Is I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior. The 100 and the Grounders, we can exist and coexist on this planet together. Let's find the middle ground, and that's what the language is for, to find that and meet in the middle.